welcome back to another Real Talk reaction. This one is for The Expanse, Season 4, Episode number 2.
Yes, before we get into Episode 2, I want to take a couple of minutes to feature a few comments, both from our patrons and those of you on YouTube. Starting with our patrons first, two of our most long-time supporters, Lysith and Christina.
Yeah.
First one being Lysith, who said, "Love the reaction, guys. I have mixed feelings about this season, but I love this season. But writers managed to impress me and disappoint me at the same time. I understand it from a writer's perspective, but I was hoping for more." That's all I can say without spoiling anything.
Wow.
Miss Christina Jones says, "Season 4, let's go. I think this season does a good job of reestablishing the politics. The inners, now that peace is in effect, have to deal with their own home policies. Both Earth and Mars are in economic crisis, and the 1300 worlds, yes, worlds, RJ, LOL, are not just a solution, but an equal opportunity to colonize a new frontier. Of course, there are companies like the RCE that are big money corporations that are trying to claim lands, rights, but a great deal more are just trying to get off of basic living a useless life of misery, or at the very least to provide their children with possibility of a better future. Much like the debate Drummer and Naomi have, except in a different context. But there's more to come there. Right now, Mars is dealing with massive unemployment for the first time in its history. Remember how appalled Bobby was when she realized what life on Earth was really like? Not to mention the mental crisis once a veteran is sent home to civilian life. Worst, they can't get a job. That's why I loved the Bobby-Thomas interaction. The Belters, however, are dealing with a still very emotionally raw fallout of the loss of their breadbasket and Ganymede and genocide on Eros amidst a militaristic part of the Belt. Terrorists in the inners' eyes, though one can debate, and I for one find that one of the most fascinating conversations of the season. That worked as a form of recognizable authority, but now Fred and Dawes have aligned to legitimize it with Drummer and Ashford their VPs. One analogy would say we're in the post-8 months after the Civil War, and the Belters are those slaves still living in the South, and there's this world where our liberties are still in the hands of our oppressors. What's also interesting is Belter identity has as debated even between great friends like Naomi and Drummer, though their divide doesn't hinder the respect and love there. As stated ad nauseum, Book 4 was not the best, but what they do with this season is lay all the groundwork that will make Season 5 even more impactful. Book fans love the Book 5B because it was our red wedding moment, but to me, for non-book readers, this season is a perfect snowball build with more perspectives, as the books only give you limited ones. Oh, this is too long. No regrets.
Yeah.
We love you and your enthusiasm, Christina.
Yeah.
You always bring it. Absolutely appreciate that. And then a couple comments from YouTube from Episode 1. First one being
deep.
That was a very complex and well written comment.
Yeah.
D-Man05 says the significance of the rings inside the ring station is that they lead to habitable planets or systems, 1,300 different possible places to explore with total unknown on the other side of each, vast distances across space, and the possibility of being stranded away from the rest of humanity. The Belters also have the challenge of adapting their bodies to living in atmosphere for the first time. Ganymede Station is a third of Earth gravity, which doesn't always go well. Ilus is the only planet that has radioed back, but Belters explored 3 other rings too. This is mentioned quickly during the opening parts of this episode. This season has all kinds of twists and turns. Just wait till you see what Ashford is up to. Kirk Darling says, yes, do check the Expanse crack videos. Hilarious. Here's the thing. Avalisara is keeping desperate colonists away from any planets to live on. Yet, she gives a mining charter to an Earth corporation. How scared is she really of the proto-molecule if she's going to let a mining corporation start stripping the planet? Does that sound like it makes sense to you? That's Earth letting everyone else suffer for the benefit of Earth corporations. How is that going to sit with those folks waiting for permission to go through the ring? How is that going to sit with the Belters? Bill Ross says, some fancy navigational equipment on the Rossi. They put it down perfectly so the ramp is the same height as the cliff. I'm sure they did a complete survey of the landing area and the nav computer did the rest. Oh yeah, nothing is coincidental in the Expanse. Kent says, I personally love Book 4 and I think this show uses 4 well to set up Book Season 5. Crazy Daisy says, never click so fast, my favorite season. It's so funny to get like mixed messages about what this season's going to be about.
This season is just a build up to season 5.
Yeah. Jan Fulton says, been looking forward to you two starting season 4. And then Technomaster with a timestamp at 8 minutes says, Abelzero is now totally in charge, so any iteration is going to trigger her potty mouth. Because you know she was going in with the F-bombs. As always, thank you guys for the comments. We appreciate them. It helps us so much navigate this world that is the Expanse. Keep them coming. We will be featuring as many of those as we can. But without further ado, let's check out episode 2 right now.
Sometimes I fucking hate being right.
It's time, man.
Going F-bomb crazy this whole season.
You're very good in those boots, man.
I had a good teacher.
Bobby.
You know how builders are. If they can't use it, it doesn't exist.
Yeah. You've got us totally figured out.
Yeah? You've got this totally figured out.
Are you a belter?
That's all we do. If either we can use it or we can't. That's, you know, how we are.
Like, I don't know what kind of water this is. We gonna be walking across?
Sasha's so tired. She's like, this is my first day walking around outside.
Oh yeah, she ain't used to gravity.
Yeah.
There's a saloon around here.
Not much of one. They said pretty much the same thing I've been sterilizing the scalpels with.
Oh, yeah. Well, I could really use a drink.
This is Jacob, my husband, and daughter Tasia.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Same. No one at the mine saw any bugs. Guess we were the lucky ones. We full for dinner?
Family time together, right?
Well, you didn't check them though.
I'll see you soon.
You didn't even test them. You giving them a pass? I guess I should have said, come on, get me.
And respectfully, if you married Christian, you're a hell of a lot braver than I ever was.
That wasn't the original husband though.
Yeah, it is.
Was it?
Yeah, we
I
only
don't
saw
remember him.
We only saw. Remember they were laying on the roof together.
Yeah, I thought it was somebody else.
My dear friend, Admiral Michael Sauter once said, the war does not end when people put down their guns. It ends when they reconcile.
I desperately need a shower.
Yes, you do. I'm gonna make a tea. Do you want a coffee?
Sure.
Was she suffering more than she's letting on? Yeah, she is.
She's still getting nauseous.
No, I think she's like. Yeah, so her body's not ready for it yet. She's not prepared.
He gonna be like, "Where's my coffee at?" Let me go check on her.
Stop fussing.
He threw up all on the floor.
I'm fine. Just a little tired, that's all.
Talk to Dawes. I'll reach out to Fred Johnson. He'll take a big bounty to bring this one in.
So this is somebody from Naomi's past.
He over there scheming on some shit.
Yeah, he is. That was a scheming look.
Not even a goodbye. High places.
All they saw was Earth calling its lapdog to heal.
Come and work for me.
Seriously.
Fuck these people. If you
Yeah, fuck these
If
people.
you are, they don't deserve you.
I don't need you to save me. You don't owe me this.
Bobby,
Good night, man.
If they don't see your value,
Right,
fuck them.
that. Yeah, let's go. Come on back to Earth.
I got a final report.
What you want, Bobby?
But
Mars ain't gonna fucking give you nothing back.
It isn't,
Nothing.
but she doesn't need it. She's not saying she needs
Well, what
it.
you want then? Because you look miserable down there welding.
I'm not seeing this whole thing. Oh.
So what do we got here?
We're running out of time. Tick tock, tick tock. That door won't stay open forever. Okay, stop. Where are we going? There's no way in.
Jim. What did he say?
It's just like I was like, okay, you're talking to him. So what's he saying to you? You know, this is.
He wants me to go back.
Where we're all going?
Actually,
Hey.
I'd feel a hell of a lot better if someone stayed at the Rossi, watched our asses in case we need backup. You okay with that?
I'll look after.
Alex was like, no, the fuck you aren't. I'm not gonna call you out. You're gonna stay here at the ship. Okay?
Yeah.
That's what's gonna
It
happen.
happened. Girl, if you get out there, you're gonna have a damn heart attack.
Where the hell are you? I'm in town.
Where are you going?
Meet some friends.
It's late.
Bitch, you ain't my mama. I'm out.
Oh, she's following him.
It's late. Psh, your mama late. I'm out.
Whatever he was doing for you, it's over.
David, baby, your aunt is becoming a problem.
Look, I knew she was coming.
Oh, fuck this.
Yeah, no fuck with Robbie.
How about this is that? Don't make me say it again, boy.
Appropriate.
I thought I was gonna do something fancy.
I thought it was gonna fall a lot further.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, it's just right there.
It like literally is like they can just hop down. They're like, oh, I don't know why we can drop this down.
These people build stuff that lasts for billions of years and it can't handle a few roots. There weren't any roots here when they built this stuff.
Jim, I don't know what that ghost is telling you, but the last
Last time you stuck your hand in something familiar, it put you in a coma.
She's got a point. Alright, don't coma this time, kid. I promise. But we both need to figure out who killed the builders. I get my answers. You get yours.
Ja,
They ain't over yet. Now that was a threat.
Oh god, he just shot him in the face. That's gonna be bad. You can't just shoot people in the faces.
It was a threat.
Yeah, but you can't just shoot him in the face.
Alex, get him out!
Climb faster.
I gotcha! Get in! Son of a bitch.
Jim, what's happening?
What the fuck was that?
What is that? What's happening? What's that crazy lightning about? What's the lightning about?
Alright, that was episode 2 of The Expanse. And alright, so I'm liking, we got a couple different stories going on. I'm thinking they all might merge into one once we get towards the end. But yeah, I mean, the Bobby situation, I wish he would come back to Earth or either get a way to join our team to come over there. I don't know, maybe she will. I don't know. The other team that's on this planet right now that Holden just got through taking this root away and now lightning bolt crazy on everything. He has awakened the builders. What's gonna happen after that?
The builders are dead, so that they can't be
He
awakened.
has awakened the builders, whatever that they built, whatever that thing is. That's what Miller is telling him to, they're trying to find out who killed the builders. So I guess we got to keep turning on our machines that got turned off or whatever. And I guess it's going to give them some kind of information of who killed them.
Yeah, so for me, this episode, I really liked seeing Bobby and like the struggle that she's having with trying to like, she's done so much for Mars and not to be recognized for it is super frustrating, but at the end of the day, like, she is 100% Martian and wants to see the betterment of Mars.
Got it.
So I feel like even with Chris Jen inviting her, and I thought that interaction with her and Chris Jen was like, you don't get it. Like, you're making it worse for me. Like, you're making it all the shit that they're talking about. You invite me to this dinner, and then nobody there talks about me. It makes me look like I'm like your lapdog. Like she said, I was like, I totally get that.
Well,
I
then
totally
let's leave. That's why
visualize that.
leave.
So like, and even with the invites, like you're not, Christian's just like, fuck, basically to me, but from Bobby's standpoint, it's like Christian's not respecting Mars as they feel all Earthers do. Like, just fuck them and leave. And I'm just like, I feel her like, but you're not getting me. I really want Mars to do good too. It's not just fuck Mars. Like, I get Bobby's struggle in it, and I think it was so greatly depicted.
How is she gonna help Mars get? Okay, but yeah, I feel her. She a Martian.
And then with her and her nephew this episode, there's obviously going to be some escalation there because the little girl is not the one that's in charge, like, at all.
Yeah, so with all this said, like, okay, I can see where it can probably be going with Bobby then. If she's going to be a hero to taking down drug makers and drug lords and shit, maybe she'll get promoted into something higher that she can help Mars out.
Yeah, or get some credibility, or even if that forces, or maybe it escalates so much so where she has to leave Mars. She's like, look, you said that I could come work from you. I'll come work with you if you let me bring my nephew with me. Because it gets so bad now because she just like messed up this whole like drug ring or something. So I can see that being a thing too. And then yeah, with the planet, I liked seeing them do the investigation as far as what the thingamajig is. So the little robotic techno grasshopper killer bugs thing.
What, the damn locust?
Yeah, the locust. So like, what is the word called? So that's cool, and I even liked having that the new introduction to the new scientist chick who's like, look, just because this is how humans are made and we're made from these elements doesn't mean there's other races out there that are made from different elements. I thought that was a cool. Yeah, I like the science aspect of it, which The Expanse always does such a good job of. And then yeah, now with the bringing whatever the thingy back to mobility or turning it back on, and now the crazy fire. The only thing I could think with the lightning was that maybe there's more stuff that's going to grow out from the ground. Yeah, like it's because when we saw Miller's like visuals, the way it's going, all of his visuals look like it's going underground, and he kept talking about the piping and the stuff from before and like the water stuff, so it sounds like everything is actually underground, and maybe it's like a network underground that's going to be like stimulated now that the lightning is happening. I don't know. It's very intriguing.
It is.
It's very interesting. It was another great episode.
All this is finna be mute because we're about to have mutiny on this planet because that crazy guy who just shot the belter in the head. So now we got.
I think there's something wrong with him because like
there's something wrong with him.
I think there's something actually wrong with him. Like maybe he has something in him because like his whole fate. I mean, obviously he was just in a shipwreck,
and all his friends got killed, so he is very pissed off right now.
Like he should not be in any position of doing anything with authority at this point.
Yeah, he's on another planet that just don't work.
Being reckless, it's about to be a problem.
It's about to be a real problem on there. But I'm liking where it's going, and so far it's still off the chain. So, all right, well, look, thank you guys again for watching another Real Talk reaction for The Expanse Season 4, Episode number 2. And until next time, people, peace.
John vibe in the air, let's go! I got the VIP locked down, cause I'm the hardest dude in the club right now. She got the VIP locked down, cause she the baddest chick in the club right now.
I got the VIP locked down, cause I'm the baddest chick in the club right now. He got the VIP locked down, cause he the hottest dude in the club right now.
Look, I'm on the guest list, walking past these